I step, something in my jeans. And FOI, you know that's the team, huh?
Peace. This is your brother Aidan X, and welcome to the processing class. Peace. This is brother Aidan X. I got brother Aleem Shahid X back on here. He's going to ask me a couple of questions. So this is going to be a special episode of the processing class, actually featuring your brother. So salam alaikum. I'm going to hand the mic over to my brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Praise be to Allah, man. We finally got to get you on here, brother. You've been interviewing everybody else. Everybody else, man, the work you doing, you interviewing everybody else. We want to see what's in your mind, brother. So this is the opportunity to get brother out here so everybody can get to know you. So one of the first questions I want to ask you, which sat deep with me when you was asking some questions, what made you say, man, to hell with not believing in God, I want to join the Nation of Islam, from being an atheist to joining the Nation of Islam?
Yes, sir. First thing I want to say is, in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and I bear witness that Muhammad is his messenger. Again, I want to thank you for wanting to interview me. All praise is due to Allah. What made me go from being an atheist to a believer in the Nation of Islam was actually just seeing the work. I was an all-F student in school. I was a very bad, I guess you can say I was a bad student. I would sleep in class, first period, second period, third period, fourth period. And I would be I was so proud of being ignorant too. I would be bragging, man, I didn't learn nothing in there. So yeah, just coming from that. And then when I came home, I had also over 150 absences in my school year. So while I was skipping school, I had came across a Malcolm X clip on social media. And then from there, he was teaching on, how we hate ourselves, how we hate our skin, how we hate our lips, how we hate being Black. And he was teaching on the Black woman, how she's disrespected, how she's mistreated. And I have never heard a Black man speak like this. My father never raised me with Black history. He never raised me knowing really what was happening with our people, because in his defense, he felt that racism was over. He felt that was something of the past. So he felt, he didn't have to teach me that. And I grew up in a very white suburban area, out here in Las Vegas and Henderson. So I didn't really have, that connection with my people until I heard Malcolm X. And then after I end up listening to all the lectures that Malcolm X had recorded, I said, who's this Elijah Muhammad guy he keep talking about? Because if he's so smart, I want to know who this Elijah Muhammad person is. Because I had followed Malcolm X so much, I had read everything that he read. I had finished the dictionary. I had read all the history books that he read because I wanted to be like him. I saw how powerful it made him. And I saw the God, I guess you can say I saw a God in him. So he was just really being a sign of what Allah had for me. So I went into the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and I read Message to the Black Man. And actually, the first time I read Message to the Black Man, I skipped the chapters he was talking about God, because I didn't have no interest in being a Muslim or practicing what you call Islam. So the second time I read it, I said, man, let's just see what he's talking about, because he wasn't lying in the other pages. So let me see what he's talking about. And man, when I read Who is That Mystery God, the first chapter in Message to the Black Man, and I said, this is it. He answered all the questions I had on God. And I studied it for a few more years because I was still, scared of registering, because I like to know everything about what I'm getting myself into, because I'm very passionate. You see, I do the social media. I like to post, and I don't ever want to be tongue-tied in what I'm following. So that's really what made me, that's my backstory, and that's really what made me want to say, I'm a believe in this, because I've seen it. The proof of God is I'm talking to God right now. I'm talking to the God in you. When you see the minister teaching, and you see the knowledge that comes out of his mouth, that's from God. The God is not some spook in the sky. He's not the white Jesus. God is really in us, that God in us, that genetic makeup. So that's what made me, because he wasn't talking about no spook. He wasn't talking about going to heaven or hell. All the things in the Nation of Islam is backed up by science, mathematics, even the restrictive law book. He goes into why we should follow the restrictive laws in mathematics and in science. So that's what really made me, because he was talking practical.
Right. Real life. It's reality. Right. To follow up that question, like you said, you on social media, and I follow you on all your social medias, but you are very influential and you are helping in this mission, brother. So I wanted to ask, how old are you, brother? And this gonna have a follow-up.
Yes, sir. I'm 19 years young, and when I have received the teachings, I was 16 years young.
Praise be to Allah. See, yes, sir. So at this age, you just got registered. When did you get registered?
I officially got my ex just this year before Ramadan.
Praise be to Allah. But you was working before you got registered, brother.
Yes, sir.
To do. And I saw you before when I saw you say you got registered, I said, registered? Registered. I thought you were already registered. So I want to ask, what made you want to work so hard so early? What made you want to be?
Yes, sir. I guess, really, I'm just keeping 100. I was struggling with my letter, man. I was just like, man, I'm doing that. I said, might as well, man, you might as well get soldiering in, man. You might as well get the message across. And what really inspired me just to really speed up my registering process, man, I was getting people were getting their exes before me watching the content I was watching. They would text me, I just got my ex, and I didn't even have my ex yet. So I was like, man, this is embarrassing, man. I gotta follow suit. I gotta get my ex and get a official, as you will. So I sat down, man. It literally took me a year to write my letter, and I was mad because the captain told me, it didn't have to be perfect, because I literally thought it had to be 100% to the T. So I spent a year on that thing, man. And then he said he thought I traced it. So I was like, man, and he told me, it didn't have to be. He said the brother that got accepted before you, man, it didn't look half this good. And I was like, man, I was like, you telling me a year ago I could have been registered?
Right.
That's really what took me so long to get, officially registered. But what made me want to do the work was, at the end of the day, me registered or not, I got to bear witness to the truth, and I got to get the truth to the masses, no matter if I got an X behind my name or not. So what I did was I didn't start speaking until you saw I got registered, because I didn't feel I was trained in the way of the FOI. I didn't feel like I was trained to understand. It's one thing getting knowledge, but it's another thing getting understanding. So I would just post minister clips, and that would blow up. I don't know if I had a page before called Original Thinkings. And, I need to hop back on that, but it's where it's really what made me really want to register, because I kept editing clips, posting them. And at first I would post everything from, from Stokely Carmichael, Kwame Ture, to everybody. So it really made me study everybody. But, I was like, man, all this stuff's rooted in the teachings, man. Even from the Pan-Africans, from the Hebrew Israelites, from the, all of them, the Black Panther Party, all of this stuff to me was just, it was just another angle of the teachings. To me, it was the teachings without the discipline.
Right.
And I said, I ain't no punk, man. I can handle the discipline with the consciousness. I can take my prescription like a grown man. So that's what made me say, let me get my X. And that's why I was working before, because the truth is the truth, man. If you're watching this, no matter where you're at, no matter if you have an X or a Muhammad, push the truth and push it. You may not have to be a spokesperson, but you can push the truth, because at the end of the day, I was still getting people messaging me that it helped them from suicide, that, the clips of the minister helped them want to get off weed, want to get off alcohol. People were sending me all types of messages. So, that stuff helps. You can do the work before you get registered, because doing the work can actually help in your understanding.
Right.
So that's what I would say to that.
Praise be to Allah, man. I've been seeing your content, bro. It's a wide range of knowledge on different subjects, man, that we need, man. I appreciate you for that, brother. Yes, sir. And I have a daughter. I have a 2-year-old toddler, and I see that you have a son.
Yes, sir. Brother Elijah. I named it after the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Praise be to Allah. That's beautiful, brother. I want to follow this question up. How has the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's teachings helped you become a better father?
Yes, sir. First thing with that is commitment. Obviously, the woman I'm with, she's my wife now. But before, I registered and before I got understanding of the teachings, I would be fornicating with her. That's how we had our son, obviously. We was boyfriend and girlfriend, things of that sorts. But that's still the first woman that I ever been with. I knew her since 5th grade. So it wasn't a sense of, oh, she's just a side chick or she's just someone I was gonna hit quick. But I got lucky. A lot of times people fornicate and have boyfriend and girlfriend. It doesn't really end up like that. And I'm lucky enough where she just got her ex and registered, because most of the time it does not happen like that.
Right.
So with me, it just seeing the commitment. And when we both committed to the teachings, we actually didn't fornicate until we got married. So that was really a test of, oh, do I love this woman? That was really a test of, oh, we connect, not physically, we connect mentally. And we grew together. And that's with the help of Almighty God, Allah. So really right there, and that's the foundation of family, is the relationship that you have as husband and wife, because you guys are going to be the examples for that child. So for the Nation of Islam, man, if it wasn't for the teaching of Honorable Elijah Muhammad, I'd probably be a deadbeat dad, because I'd probably be scared as hell of handling my duties as a man.
Right.
You could, I would always tell my son, he can thank the teaching of Honorable Elijah Muhammad that he know his daddy.
Right. Go ahead. Praise be to Allah. Yes, sir. And that's what I love to hear, man. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad has helped me become a great father as well, so I bear witness. And I wanted to ask this question as well. A lot of people are afraid, and I've heard people say that when you join the Nation of Islam, it kind of puts a halt on your success in this world, in this life. So I want to ask you, do you believe or do you know that even it being in the Nation of Islam, you could be successful in this world financially and in any way that you want to be, as long as it's righteous?
Yes, sir. One thing, like you said, as long as it's righteous, I can sell drugs, I can do illegal activity, but it's not going to last. You saw,
Right.
we just read recently what happened to our brother Gunna and Young Thug, and that stuff dates back from 2015. So,
Right.
you see how the enemy works. He want to get you when you're thriving and when you legit now. So might as well just get legit now, and might as well just avoid that. Let's get that, that knowledge that we get from watching others, and let's not get ourselves wrapped around that. So as far as the financial, man, I wouldn't have a living if it wasn't for the Nation of Islam. I work right now with Brother Ben X. I make micro content for him. So if it wasn't, and he's an FOI. So if it wasn't for the Nation of Islam, before the Nation of Islam, I was a janitor. I was sweeping floors. I was, I had 2 jobs. I was a movie theater janitor and I was a factory janitor. So just answering that, the teachings really, by the will and grace of Almighty God, Allah, He's really blessed me to be able to work for myself and to be able to be respected by thousands on the internet. I had YouTube channels before the Nation of Islam where I was rapping, acting a fool, but those didn't blow up. I didn't have the respect of my people until I used the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad on social media. So, people really respect you, especially when you stand on a word that's controversial and you stand on it and you live it and you know it's the truth. So when it comes to the finance, man, Allah promises you the best of the best. If we call ourselves the original man and we gods and all this, then why should we be scared of offending the devil when we should only please Almighty God, Allah? See, the devil makes promises for you, but he never fulfills it. He promises wealth to you and he allows a few Black people to get that wealth, to get that power. But on a massive scale, he's keeping most of our people behind, while you think that you got a chance living in the devil's world. But think about it. Look at the record companies. You got to compromise your morals. You got to compromise this. You got to compromise that. And you really getting the crumbs from the slave master's table like Lazarus.
Right.
So, that's what I would say about that. If it wasn't for the Nation of Islam, I wouldn't have anything I have right now.
Praise be to Allah. Yeah, I remember you saying that you was working with Brother Ben X, man. That was a great accomplishment, brother. I look up to that, brother, because that's nothing little, bro. Because like we would talk about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad to do for self, and you're doing for self, brother. So that's very influential. So what I did want to ask is one, probably a couple more questions. And what I did want to ask you is, how has other people in the Nation of Islam, as far as like Brother Ben X or other influencers, helped you join or be as influencing as you are?
Yes, sir. The first thing is, um, when it comes to Brother Ben X and the other influencers, just seeing them make money online, and be successful with it. Because, I thought, when you joined at first, when I didn't have little understanding, I thought when you joined the Nation of Islam, you couldn't make it online. You couldn't have a business because, with having your ex, I thought you still had to use your slave name and all that and play the game. But just seeing this generation, man, we ain't hiding our ex, man. We ain't doing none of that. We are making it online in this space. And even with them kicking us out, we come back and we have doubled the subscribers or doubled the followers that we had before when our account was deleted.
Right.
So just seeing that, man, is an inspiration. Seeing Brother Ben X, at the time, before the Nation of Islam, I was looking up to DDG, Flight, YouTubers like that. And now, a lot of young brothers have Brother Ben X to look up to, and they can want to be a businessman. They can want to be disciplined. They can want to be, all the positive traits that Brother Ben strives for and what he does for people, and seeing his results, Brother
Right.
Ben's results,
Right.
just alone in itself. I strive to, when I see the brother, I see, a mini Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. When I see Brother Ben, the brother's always working, man. The brother would text me, man, at 10 o'clock at night. And over there, I think it's what, 1 or 12, where I'm at. So,
Yeah.
And this brother's like, hey, man, can you edit this for me? This man works 24/7, man. And that really has me, man. The brother be texting me and he expects the best. So he really pushes me even in myself, because making content for him really learns to make better content for myself. Because he put, if there's a little thing on, if there's a little, if the tag ain't the right way, he makes sure it's perfect, because he cares about the message that he gets across to the people. He really values the work that he does. He really loves the people that he's doing the work for. So I just want to shout out Brother Ben for that, and all the opportunities that he's allowed me to have by the grace and Almighty God Allah.
Praise be to Allah, man. That's wonderful, because I actually listen to Brother Ben X and learn from him. Like, did you get into the digital real estate course that he put up?
No, sir. I actually never took the digital real estate course.
Hands on.
Yeah, with what I do, I actually just taught myself what I do, and I actually Brother Ben actually had me do a little master class that I had on there, teaching what I taught myself. So you can stay tuned for that. I don't know if it's on there because I don't have digital real estate, ironically, but it's a great program for what I heard about it. But I definitely do want to check it out, because I heard he teaches more options of how to make money with products and things like that. That's where I'm lacking right now. I don't have products at the moment, but I will. So just seeing that, I took his free mini course, and that was amazing. So I definitely recommend people watching this get the digital real estate course for the results it's produced.
Right. Okay, praise be to Allah. I actually got into the digital real estate course, and he's helped me in my content, and everything you were saying is very true. He's helped me a lot as well. And I wanted to follow up this last question. How has the Nation of Islam not only changed your personal life, we want to get into that, but how has it changed your family's life and those around you, your daily activities, how people deal with you? Let's get into that.
Yes, sir. As far as my personal life, I wasn't very productive before the Nation of Islam. I would just, play basketball, skate, really just, be hard on myself. I was very depressed. I actually was very suicidal before the Nation of Islam, because I didn't see the point of life. The point of life that I was presented was go to college, to work for somebody else, be a desk man all day. I didn't really see that as my point of life. I always wanted to, I guess it was that God in me that I felt was restricted and was hidden. So really, it really saved my personal life, man. I don't think I'd be sitting here if it wasn't for the Nation of Islam. I definitely think if I had not taken my life, I would definitely be somewhere probably at the corner, probably living a miserable life. So Almighty God, Allah is definitely, in the words of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, because it really resurrected me mentally and spiritually. As far as my family life, I obviously wouldn't have a family if it wasn't for the teaching of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I didn't have no interest in being married. I didn't have no interest in having no family. I mean, I wanted to play the field. We didn't rise out of heaven. I wanted to play the field, man. I wanted to have Netflix and chill sessions. I wanted to, just have friends, that you'd sleep with, obviously. So I didn't, if it wasn't for the teachings, my respect for women, I didn't respect women because I didn't grow up in a house with women. I was just raised by my father. So, and I had seen how my mother was. And of course, it made me understand, the teachings of Elijah Muhammad made me understand my mother more and forgive her more, because she's a victim just like everybody else of this wicked world, of this wicked enemy, this open enemy. So it's really had me have more, emotions, not emotions, but had me, what's the word? Sympathy and empathy for my people. Growing up in Henderson, growing up in a very white environment, man, I didn't care about the brothers in the slums, man. I didn't care. I thought I was, blessed. I thought I was, I didn't really think about that. I didn't think about what brothers have to go through, that there's brothers that don't even really have a home, that they may have a closet for a home. I didn't know that our brothers, really what they deal with on a day-to-day basis. When I'm soldiering, man, and I feel it, I have more realer conversations with the brother that's considered high or the brother that's considered a killer than I do when I'm over there in Henderson or Summerlin or any of this, white bourgeois neighborhood that I'm in, man. I connect with the brothers, man. Right. I connect with the brothers like I'm from there because I feel the buzz, man. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad allows you to connect with your people. My brother in, what's considered the slums is no different than my brother that's considered in the suburbs, because the brothers in the suburbs trying to act like they from the slums is the same. That's what's going on over there. So I thank Allah for placing me in two dialects, because I feel like, I can connect with both, and I can really, be that middle of the both. I know this perspective, I know that perspective. Because after the teaching of Honorable Elijah Muhammad, I went to, I switched from Henderson because I said, man, I want to get out of the suburbs. And I went to a school that was a little more challenging in Las Vegas. So it really made me be able to talk to both. I don't feel scared for my people. And that's one thing that really connects with my family. It's relevant with my family because my son can be able to have both sides. He's not going to be sheltered. He's going to be able to see his people and be able to help his people. And, if it be the will of Allah, I can be that clean glass next to that dirty glass. Because I didn't force my wife to register. I didn't force her to accept the teachings. I was just trying to be the clean glass next to the dirty glass. And, and that's how Allah works. And she just received her ex on Mother's Day. Praise be to Allah. So that's how it affected our family. And she's becoming a better woman and I'm becoming a better man, thanks to the FOI and the MGT. So, tap in with your local mosque, man. Look up your local Muhammad mosque, man. Tap in, man. What you waiting for? There ain't nothing you can lose. Ain't nothing you can lose, sister, but some weight. Ain't nothing you can lose, brother, but some ugliness, but some laziness.
Go ahead.
We train, but man, ain't nothing soft about the FOI, man. We train. You see the white boys train in the Marines, the white boys train in the Army. Well, we God's army, man. So we train 10 times harder. We train mentally, physically, and spiritually. So go accept your own and be yourself. We got the best sisters in the MGT. So if you done with this world, man, these hot girls, summer females, man, they ain't for you, man. They ain't for you because the enemy really got these out. So come get you a sister from the MGT and join the FOI and come take over your life and stop being a slave to your vices of sex, your vices of lust, and your vices of alcohol and weed or whatever other vices you have.
Right. Go ahead. Man, brother, you teaching, brother, man. Man, this is what we needed. This is what the people needed, bro, because we see your work. We want to know why you work. I don't know if you put the story out here like you did today, but by hearing this, I know why you put the work in and why you do, and I appreciate it so much more, brother. So I thank you for this, brother.
All praises due to Allah. Thank you for wanting to even take extra time to interview your brother, because you didn't have to do this.
Oh, yes, sir. It was my pleasure.
Yes, sir. All praises due to Allah. I give the greetings to your family. I pray that Allah continues to bless and protect you and your family. And I look forward to working with you in the future, because we got to stay together, brother, as content creators, man, trying to push that mission. So
yes, sir.
I'm definitely going to catch back up with you. And I hope we cross physical paths, and we need to have a righteous competition, man, on the court and definitely on the block.
Oh, yes, sir. Definitely, yes, man. Sir. I'm about to get your ankles broke.
Yes, sir, brother. Salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, brother.